Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just doing another video about my X arcade that I recently purchased. This is the Tankstick, as you can see, and I mean, as long as this thing works fine, I really do enjoy it. But I wanted to point out in this video, mainly this is what it's about. Just wanted to point out some of the issues that I've been having with it. As far as I know, when it works fine, it plays just like an arcade. But as far as comparing it to other joysticks, arcade joysticks, or buttons, or competition joysticks for consoles, I couldn't necessarily tell you that because I really don't know that much about those. All I know is that this one does feel like an average arcade, and it feels pretty good, feels tough. But there's been little issues with it that that really make it a hassle to play with, and sometimes makes you not even want to touch it anymore. Some of the problems I'm seeing with it is that you play with it, and because this thing is set up to a way that it kind of pretty much acts like a keyboard, like a computer keyboard, and therefore whenever it's you press a certain key here, a certain button, it'll represent a certain key. And in this case, usually the left or the first player, the left side, has the shift key as part of the buttons here, and also the control and the alt. And many times when you are just matching a bunch of buttons together, or getting all crazy with the buttons, it'll make it act up, and it'll I don't know, make the character start moving on its own, and it gets pretty annoying. It won't do that with like my Nintendo emulators, but with my other emulators, like fighting emulators, it'll do stuff like that. And I just wanted to point that out. Now the thing is that you can actually fix that, but as far as I know, I mean, you'll always have those keys unless you reprogram the X arcade, which you can reprogram the X arcade. The only problem is that whenever you do so, which really helps out when you do that, and it will avoid all those little issues that I was talking about. But the problem is that every time you turn off your computer, it'll get erased, and you have to do it all over again, and it's a hassle to be doing that. Now I was thinking about doing like a MAME arcade with it later on, and just using this as part of using these joysticks for it. And well, I don't plan on keeping that thing on every time, and I want it to be used by little kids. If I have little cousins or whoever wants to come over and play with it. I can't use that because I can't do that because you have to reprogram it every single time, and it just gets annoying, and that's the thing I don't like. I mean, the only thing I would do, I guess, is if I use a console instead of the PC, and that way it'll just be just like a controller. It won't be that big of a deal, but I won't be able to get all those classic games, at least not as many. I don't think. I don't know. I could be wrong, right? With the console. So. And that's another thing, and I would have to use a TV instead of a monitor, and I don't know, and that's not what I wanted. I think I might have just been better off buying just some other types of joysticks and buttons from elsewhere, and just program them myself, and got it together somehow, some way. But I would need to do a little more research for that. But anyway, I'm going to show you the examples in a little bit. I'm going to set up the camera so I can do that, and I'll be right back. Here it is. I'm just going to choose my characters randomly, and then we'll go and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now I'm this guy right here, and I'll show you that. So I mean, it works fine. I guess I can do the power level. The powers are just fine. But when it comes to using several of the buttons that represent the shift or alt keys, I'll show you. I'll just go crazy like that. See, notice like I'm not even playing with it right now, and it's moving on its own. I mean, I'm not even touching it. This thing is just moving. And the only way for this thing to stop doing that, and I'm going to scoot this back a little bit, so I got nobody else to help me. It's if, hopefully you can see that, it's if I go like crazy and then it'll kind of stop. And that'll work. But see, if I just start pushing, buttons, it'll start doing that. And he's laughing there. But anyway, I mean, if you have any questions, just let me know. It works fine, I guess, if you're just an occasional user, but do realize that you would have to program it every single time. At least in my case, that's how it is, and that it can be quite a hassle to do. So I think I said that so many times, I probably sound like a broken record. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm probably gonna sell this or buy an emulator, or buy an adapter to use it on a console, because I'm not gonna use it for PC. It's just a pain in the ass, to be honest. All right, see you guys.